It is a real struggle.
Water, gas, electricity, they all add up.
No one enjoys getting bills in the mailbox, and for many Perth families it's getting harder to meet the deadline.
I try and get on top of it in 1 week. I'm thinking, yeah, I've nailed it this week, we're going to be fine. And then the postman will come and I'll open the letter and I'll be gutted because we're way out.
Perth mum Louise Pope says staying on top of 3 boys under 5 is hard enough.
I often hear comments about how, the bills are just a part of life, but is life supposed to be just a constant struggle all the time because of bills?
For Lou, everyday costs are driving up her utility bills: water, gas and electricity.
It's impossible. I go mad. I'm constantly chasing them, turn this off, quickly hurry up in the bath or the shower, hurry up when you're brushing your teeth.
And the uncertainty of how much her bills will be is putting her family under huge financial pressure.
It's horrible. You don't know where you stand.
Louise isn't alone. Alarming statistics show more and more WA families are asking for assistance just to cover everyday essentials. Over the past year, over $9 million was given to families who couldn't pay their bills. Almost 25,000 homes in financial hardship.
It is really tough, and these things have been sneaking up on us over the past few years.
Personal finance expert Nick Bruning says more and more families are searching for support.
We're seeing more people tapping into their parents' superannuation and other sources beyond what just the government can provide.
The number of payments made through HUD's grants has risen over 10%. And looking at the bill breakdown, electricity hits the hardest. Electricity grants issued to Synergy customers has risen by 14%. Over $6 million helping WA families keep their lights on. Alinta Energy contributed over $1 million in gas grants, and the Water Corp issued 1,000 grants to families and individuals at a cost of $330,000.
The fact that it's gone up 10% clearly shows that there's a problem out there in people meeting those basic costs of running a household.
Use their brains. So much you can do.
Despite the rising costs, retired pensioner Ian McKinlay says he keeps his bills down by living frugally.
That's why there's no curtains there, because the street lights. I said, I can use these.
The 84-year-old has only changed 1 light bulb in 16 years. His electricity bill is just $1 a day.
There's a street light there, there's a street light up there, and there's a street light there. So when I get up in the morning, wander out here, I can manoeuvre myself around. There's enough light.
That's what people are starting to discover, that some of those very basic costs of living are really biting into what used to be discretionary spending.
According to Nick Bruning, there are ways to ease the burden of utility bills, but it requires discipline.
Separating the must-haves from the like-to-haves. And the must-haves are things like the food, accommodation costs, health and just paying those bills.
Also, plan ahead. If you budget for your bills, you won't be caught short when they arrive.
It's as simple as actually sitting down and writing out what our outgoings are and matching them to our incomings. Once we've got it on paper, we can start to identify those things that maybe we can cut back on a little bit.
Invest in smart power.
But things like doing your washing in off-peak times, other electrical expenses that you might have to sort of keep the house warm or cool in summer, running those in the middle of the night can actually save you quite a bit of money if you're running it through smart power.
And for those on Centrelink benefits, you can apply for CentrePay, a scheme which deducts money from your payments for future bills.
So if you're finding it difficult to budget, that's a pretty good service to perhaps make use of. Cost you nothing and they'll do it for you.
Or you can set up your own budget plan direct with the utility company.
A few dollars here, a few dollars there, it all adds up.
I've set up a direct debit out of my account each week, so I have little bits going to each bill. So by the time I get, the final figure, I usually can nail it, or I get a little bit of a credit.
For Louise, by tightly monitoring her household income and planning ahead, she's managed to keep their heads above water and says it's simply a matter of rethinking the way you pay.
We're fortunate enough to be able to try and keep on top of our bills most of the time, but I don't understand how single mums or people in a less fortunate situation would be able to survive. I don't understand at all.